عود الشباب يمكن مروا يا علي مدد. الله أكبر. ضربوه يا الله. ضربوه للشاب اللي هرب يا الله. يا الله.
Some people may not understand what was happening here. And what was happening is this. The Israeli army called a man in his car with his family, and they told him, do you want to die alone or do you want to die with your family? If you want to die alone, leave the car immediately and go somewhere else where we can kill you on your own. If you want to stay in the car, we're going to kill you and all your family. The guy chose to leave the car immediately and run away, and they bombed him only seconds later. Some people would say, okay, they give him the option, they don't want to kill his family. What if the guy was terrified and did not want to leave? They would kill him with his family. And who are you to begin with to decide how to kill these people? I mean, this era is so dark. The future is so dark, where there is an occupation army can decide when and how to kill people and play games with how they kill people. How does that make you feel? As an Arab, as an Egyptian man, as an artist?
I mean, when I first saw that video and understood it, because it took a second to understand what was going on, it made my eyes water. Because I, on the one side, imagine the speed with which he needs to make the decision. And on the other, I imagine his family inside trying to interpret this moment. And then going through the trauma of the father, the brother, the husband being killed. And then for the rest of their lives, at some level, living inside this moment. Mm. And at the same time, I also interpret it. I also interpret its violence not just in what happened in the incident, but also in the way that, you know, I mean, even in conversation, you're used to this feeling of the gun at your head, you know, or, you know, as Ghassan Kanafani put it, you know, the
conversation between the
sword at your, you know, at your neck, right? Part of what this does in terms of, you know, creating the constant sense of surveillance, creating the constant sense of threat, of lack of safety, while, you know, while in pursuit of liberation, it's you know, there's you're and at the same time, it's not news.
It's not.
You know, in the same way as the previous image, and maybe this is something that we will keep returning to, it's familiar. You know, I mean, it's in this, you know, you will know better than me within a Palestinian context the number of people who you know, for whom similar phone calls might have come, you know, but the constant stories that we have received of drones following people, and its relationship with AI, and its wider relationship with these structures of surveillance that are becoming more and more pervasive in our life, its relationship with Minnesota, its relationship with, you know, the wider infrastructures of surveillance in the world. It's and Palestine and Lebanon, but, you know, as a kind of laboratory in which these forms of violence are tested out before they're rolled out everywhere else. So